You have a product, you can't get it to sell, or you've been wanting to dive into digital products and making passive income online. In my life, that has actually made me money, like you see here on the screen. So I am going to give you the exact steps that I have been taking. One, to make my first sale online, and two, to continue to make sales online. Honestly, the only thing that I did was figured out what has been working for me, and I continue to replicate that. Like, I continue doing that exact same thing over and over once I figured it out. And so in this video, I want to give you the tips, some of the tools that I have been using, and I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can actually make money online in the digital space. So if that is something that you're interested in, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, and let's get into it. So let's talk about the things that I've been doing on a consistent basis to actually make money online. Like, I don't like to talk about things that I have maybe read in a book or I have watched on a YouTube video. I like to talk about things that have actually worked in my life, that has actually made me money, like you see here on the screen. So if that is something that you are interested in, let's just jump right into it. The first thing would be to make sure that your product or your service is something that someone needs. If it's not a product or a service that someone needs, you are going to have to work harder. And for the rest of this year and all into next year, we are not working harder, we are working smarter. The goal is not to retire from our 9 to 5 jobs or fire our 9 to 5 jobs to be able to hop into another job and have to work harder in our business. The goal is to create automated income to where we can actually buy our time back and actually use our time for things that we enjoy doing, right? We already know what it feels like to be working a job or being in a building or an environment that you don't necessarily want to be, but you have to be there because the bills have to get paid, right? And so that's not the goal, right? The goal is actually to get out of that environment and into a position to where you don't necessarily have to work for your money because your money is working for you. So the only way for you to make sure that you are guaranteeing that your money works for you is if your product or your service is something that someone needs. Because if it is something that someone needs, you don't have to persuade them to buy it. You don't have to convince them to buy it. You don't have to sell it. The product or the service will sell itself because it is something that someone already needs. So think about when you are hungry. No one has to convince you to go out and get something to eat. No one has to force you to cook or force you to go out and get something to eat. You're going to go because it's something that you need. And it's the same concept of when you have an offering, a product or a service that someone needs. They're going to naturally come find you, right? And that leads me into the second thing, which is positioning. So you have to be where the people that are looking for you are. So whether that's YouTube, whether that's Instagram, whether that's TikTok, whatever your platform is, you need to show up and be present for whenever they come and look for you. Now, that's the thing that I love about YouTube, and that's the reason why I focus so much on YouTube, because for women of particular ages, like myself, I am 38 years old. I am not coming on YouTube for entertainment, right? I can find entertainment somewhere else. I'm coming on YouTube for information. I'm coming on YouTube for transformation. So I know that the people that are coming on YouTube are specifically looking for what it is that I have, right? Case in point, the reason why you clicked on this video is because you are either trying to figure out how to sell the digital products that you already have, or how to dive into digital products and making passive income online. And you're trying to figure out the best way to do that. And the reason why I air quoted passive is because I don't like to say passive income. I like to say automated income, because there's nothing passive about my business, right? There's nothing passive about me making sales online and about me actually making money online. Do I make money in my sleep? Yes. Do I wake up to notifications that I've made sales? Absolutely. but it wasn't passive. I had to nurture my audience. I had to show up for my people. I had to actually give real value to my people for them to get to know me and get to like me. And most importantly, get to trust that the information that I have is the information that they need. And so that's the exact way that you need to show up and position yourself for your people. Whatever your niche is, I don't want you to think about just selling a product, because when you come into it with the mindset of selling a product, you are going to not sell a thing. Okay. I'm telling you from now, take it from experience. Before I understood what I know, you're not going to sell anything. So show up for your people, offer real value, and position yourself so that when people are looking for what you have, they can find you. So if you've been trying to figure out this online passive income, automated income, selling digital products thing, and you just cannot figure out what you are doing wrong or what you need to be doing in order to actually make sales online, I would like to invite you to our Thursday Q&A call. Now, most people say that Q&A is questions and answers, but I like to call it questions and accountability. So I meet with my community every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. or whatever your time block is, depending on when you register. I meet with you to figure out what it is that you are trying to offer, how we can tailor that and make that something that somebody actually wants. And then what I do is I hold you accountable to make sure that you are reaching your goals. And what I love about my community is that it is a community for beginners. We are not a community for experts or gurus. We are a community for beginners where I literally give every single thing that I needed when I first started out that I had to figure out on my own in my community. So if you are interested in actually diving into digital products and making automated income online, I invite you to join us this Thursday. Click the link down in the description box below. You get to ask all of your questions. You get to meet an amazing community of people that are just like you on a similar path as you. And I can't wait to see you on the inside. The rule of one was a game changer for me. And so let's talk about it. So the rule of one is essentially where you focus on one thing, one product, one service, one platform, one funnel, right? One target person. And that is going to literally put everything into perspective for you. The reason why you probably aren't able to sell anything is because you are so convoluted. You are so overwhelmed. You feel so consumed with all of the information that you are gaining online that you don't even know where to start or how to communicate your offering and your value to your community or to your people, right? And so if you have not figured that out yet, that is going to bleed through in your content. So when I started focusing on the rule of one, when I decided I'm not going to have a smorgasbord of products, or I'm not going to have like just all of these offerings and all of these services and everything for everybody, that literally changed the game for me, right? So I want you to focus on and even think about what is the one product that you offer, the one service that you offer, right? What is your one funnel? You need to understand the buyer's journey and what that one customer is going to go through in order to get to the actual conversion phase, right? So understanding what that one funnel is and what is the one platform that you are going to focus on, whether it is YouTube, whether it's any of the other social media platforms. Although YouTube is not social media, YouTube is a search engine, very much like Google. So I don't want you to confuse the two. So if you think that YouTube is social media, it absolutely is not, just so that you know. But I want you to focus on that, right? Think about that when you click off of this video. Instead of focusing on all of the great ideas that you have, what is the one thing that you want to focus on? Who is the one person that you want to focus on? And what is the journey that you want to take that one person on in order to get them to the conversion stage? We talk so much more about this on this Thursday's call because I realized that there are so many of you that don't know how to focus on the rule of one. You don't know what a funnel is or how to get your buyer from the top of the funnel to the decision making stage. I hope to see you on this Thursday's call, but there's absolutely no pressure because I understand how it is just overwhelming. You just want to make the right decision in what community you decide to join, what product you decide to purchase, and how you get the information. But I do want you to keep in mind that for as long as you delay the process, for as long as you allow fear to get into your mind and keep you from actually making the next step, you're going to stay stuck exactly where you are. Right. And so I hope to see you in the community, but if not, I hope to see you on the next video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, stick around for a while, like this video, and comment down below what you thought was your best and biggest takeaway. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.